Isa Habib. He says, how you doing? Okay, he said, hello, gorgeous. How you doing? Tell Daktari Muganda, vijana hawawezi kazi siku hizi because of poor lifestyle choices and lack of exercise.
True.
And at its core, erectile dysfunction is a problem of insulin resistance. And that's why sisi wababas ambao tumejiweka poa, we are bagging these young Gen Z honeys na tunawakilisha hiyo sector proper. Then emoji tongue out. I'm like,
anyway, he's not wrong. He's very much right.
Amesema kujiweka poa inaweza kuwa ni pesa, but shida ni the same. Waja ni ule. Someone says. But Marianne.
Yes.
So when you spoke to the urologist, what's the intervention? A shift in lifestyle choices, like Isa is also alluding to. What something's got to give, because we are going to have a decline in population. If you people cannot, Kenyans are going to be kidogo. Who will vote for our next president in 10, 20 years?
Well, the urologist said more men need to go for counseling because you're stressed and you're not talking about it. You're keeping it to yourself. Yeah, it's mental awareness month. Yes,
it is.
Yes. So he says more men need to go for counseling because most are not doing that, and psychological stress that they have, whatever distress that.
So someone has money problems.
Yes.
Someone is in between jobs.
Yes.
You want them to go for counseling, Mary Ann?
It's not me. It's the doc says people need to go for counseling because sometimes it involves both partners too. But then he said you need to go for counseling. Drug use too. I know you can't tell somebody to quit drugs. Just quit now for this to be fixed, but drug use is an issue. Smoking, drinking alcohol is an issue, and you have to look into it.
When you're saying people are not working out, please walk around Nairobi specifically. This data was collected in Nairobi.
Yes,
and it really beats logic to me, because when you walk around, the Nairobians have nice training shoes. They are walking all over Sakaja's pavements in the morning. We are seeing you. Kwanza wacha nikwambie kukuwe na any type of marathon, ndio utajua ujui watu wa Nairobi wanajua kutembea. So it's true, with their gadgets and gizmos that have stacked on their arms with their
the thing is, people,
there are so many run clubs. There's so many. Any given Saturday there's people running, there's people cycling, there's people I refuse to believe. And then there's the usual amapiano ya mali popote kangundo nje siva. People are have you seen people dancing amapiano? and siaka. That is energy. That is working out. Marianne, these statistics,
it needs to start with acceptance that I have this particular problem.
You have ignored my question.
Okay, fine.
I've said Nairobians are fairly active folk.
Yes. But have you ever gotten data on how much Nairobians consume when it comes to alcohol? Nairobians are always partying. They find any particular reason, to just find themselves in a state of drinking alcohol or getting high. So do you think
because of those two long weekends ndio unajudge watu wa Nairobi hivyo?
They will exercise and do. Actually, I feel also the running clubs is more like a trend. But what wakimaliza, so wakimit. Yes, imagine apparently they do the running clubs. Yes,
and then they go to drink after
and eat nyama. And then you think those things can also contribute to you not physically, not exercising.
Kevo jambiwa vizuri. Are you listening to this young girl?
It is for real. People are doing all those things. And then you see now, doctor.
So the fitness is a fad. It's for sure.
Yes, yeah, it is for sure. Instagram. I joined a running club, and then they just go.
Ata kukatiana, because there's hot babes in the running club.
Go meet each other, and then again, can we go out for drinks?
So it cancels out.
And also this thing, they really, really contribute to this. First doc says at we need to treat it more like a medical issue. Like you see the way we treat diabetes, hypertension, we need to treat it like a medical issue.
Tiba?
Yes. Actually, no, I quote, it's a public health issue.
What?
It is a public health. It needs to be classified as a public health issue, needs to be treated as such.
Okay, let's talk numbers. It's 1 in every, how many men in Nairobi?
10 men.
Where? Meaning every one of us has met one. 1 in every 10.
Not me. Yes.
Nairobi men. What? That's today you've punctured very many egos. You've kicked people in the gut, Marianne.
And some girls have those ones as boyfriends, but they don't Also, they can talk about it to their friends, but the men themselves can't talk about it to themselves again. They can't tell other men that this is what I'm going through. So that's why Doc said they delay treatment. Once you detect it, go for treatment. But they don't want to go because of their male egos. They don't want to go see a urologist, to go get checked or they don't want the whole idea of my nini is not ninnying anymore.
Of course.
But you're supposed to.
Just put, only the wearer of the shoe knows where it pinches. But put yourself, be a little empathetic. Would you want to go and say at your tender age of 19 or 21 that party don't start? You can't.
No, but we women,
bad.
we find it easy to go see a gynecologist. When you say this and this particularly is happening to me, I noticed something different. How come it's
we are
easy
more
for us?
inclined to talk about our feelings, right?
And
yeah, we are more inclined, and we are also raised that way. Remember, we are all creatures of habit, and we are also products of our environment. I don't think men have had safe spaces to articulate.
They have podcasts.
Cyprianis Nyakundi is a podcast.
They have podcasts. Why can't they just talk about podcasts there and say the way my nini has refused, what can I do about it? But instead they choose to say women are not supposed to.
Let me read some more messages.
Okay, I've stopped.
Izom Chelsea says, mark me present from Mechimeru, Bungoma County. John Bizagan Ekimwere says, poor background. You're blaming people's parents. Poor background, lack of financial empowerment associated with poverty. Hey, Titus Ochele says, actually nowadays, what has affected most youths is drug abuse that comes as a result of peer pressure and influence from friends.
Yes.
You agree with that? Cool Dave says, the problems are two. 1, Ruto. 2, money. End of TED Talks. My God. Baba Wanda says, we will be following. # sugar and spice. But Cool Dave. It's a great time to be alive.
It is.
Yeah. So your call to action, Marianne?
Call to action. Work out. Not for the facade part. Like, genuinely take care of your health as a man. Because, again, aside from EDA, your health really contributes a lot of things when it comes to a woman's health, a woman's reproductive health. So you working out, you not using so much drugs, no matter how many times we tell you, even if Nakada releases today and says 10 in 10 men in Nairobi are using drugs, you will not still stop.
How about controlling the performance enhancing, the blue pill? Why don't you let it be prescription only? Why don't you, let it be administered only via prescription? Like you are going to buy, like you are buying chewing gum, ball gum. You have gone to the chemist to buy ball gum.
The thing is, no matter how many times they will try regulate that sector or even make it like it's on prescription only, people will always find ways of getting it.
Plus, even the alcohol that you're saying we're drinking, you saw the report that showed half the alcohol in this country is fake. So you're poison, over poison, no money, and then those things that guy said, it's a challenge. I can see why we are where we are with this issue.
Also, he says, learn to talk about this. To speak out that 1, 2, 3 is happening to me, and rather I'm feeling different. When your body signals that something is not right, take action. That's what he said. Take action. But then most people are ignoring it. They will continue pushing, like, as long as the doc also said, as long as it's not causing death. Yeah. Most people tend to, either most people and also researchers and also more of like a health problem, like health researchers basically tend to not look into it sana.
Yeah.
So limited data is also a cause in this, but there's more numbers. My parent one told me, if you go to see a gynecologist right now, or you'll be surprised, those clinics, you'll be surprised how many younger men are seated out there in terms of this, but there's limited data again. People are not talking about it. Cultural issues are like.
And why was this report not made public?
It was made public, actually.
To whom?
Kenyans. It was made public. It became a fuss for a minute, and then it was forgotten.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't see it trending.
Oh, it was, and then it was forgotten because again, this is it's more like the society and everybody else treated like it's a older man issue, not younger men. You get me? Because now there's limited. So when data came out that 1 in 10, they're like, really? So it's more like a surprise. It just came off guard, but it just got people off guard. But it's there. Numbers there are a lot of men, younger men, 18 to 35 again. But the issue is there's limited data. So again, dear younger Nairobi boys,
men,
dear younger Nairobi men, your drugs and your drugs. I know also the economic is bad. People are stressed. All these things are contributing to why you're not rising to the occasion. But seek psychological help, and again, learn to talk about these things. Your body signals that something is wrong. Go for checkup. Go. Many men apparently don't go see the urologist.
Yeah.
Apparently, you see the way we women take the initiative and go see a gynecologist. Out of now, you just want to know what's going on with yourself. Men, when you ask, I ask some of my male friends older. I ask them, so when was the last time you saw a urologist?
Let me tell you, I feel like this is a cultural concern because men are not supposed to not be okay.
Apparently.
So it's deeper than what you're trying to say. Like, we're not going to have cute little posters and t-shirts and then tomorrow they're all lined up outside a psychiatrist or psychologist's office to talk. This is something that is rooted very, very far deep. It's not going, we have to see a generational shift first if the Gen Zs are not going to see for counseling, you understand, I feel like they're also products of their environment. They were raised by men who did not think it was okay
like
not
as a man,
to be
you're supposed to be tough.
Yes,
yeah.
Kababa, don't cry.
Cry, yes.
So, man, let me read another comment for you because I just feel like Koko niamboing guitar. You know, I say, because I don't feel like there's a conversation that can be had, one-off conversation that can change this issue. Steven says via X, many men are defined by the game in the sheets, and that's why destroying a man just exposes his weakness in bed, or kids aren't his, and every man's problem is solved by come over for drinks, and the societal stigma keep many silent.
The societal stigma. You don't want to admit that.
Utachekwa na watu.
Utachekwa na watu. So you rather keep it to yourself. You're hurting, but then you don't want. So for men, again, as long as it does not kill them, they don't feel the need.
Wacha nikuambie Marianne, ask me at 40. Kama mwanaume aendi hospitali juu ya homa ikua homa, sema homa. Kwa kikamba inaitwa homa. Kama mwanaume aendi to the hospital because of a common cold, you think they are going to go to the hospital because of erectile dysfunction? An African man.
And also the medications they're starting to take early. Like,
yeah.
What's the
maybe
point?
Start with that. Talk about the effects of the long-term effects of using the Viagra, the blue pills, and probably you'll have that conversation because you'll tell them your kidneys are going to be affected in the long run, your liver, you're going to, when you start it that way from a scientific point of view, and the other organs before coming home to Genene, then you might have a fighting chance with the conversation. Otherwise, no, kukuniamboingi ta. Have you heard? Have you heard Marianne Muganda?
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
But this month is Mental Awareness Month, so I'm begging you, please, just go for checkup. Have the conversation. Come out. No one will kill you for, and at no point no one ever died for saying
from being laughed at.
Yeah. And
being ridiculed. No one ever died from be realistic. The first thing, even if you want, can you imagine? No. I understand why men are very guarded about this issue, because even you started this conversation laughing.
That's not why you hanging me.
No, but I'm being honest, right? Yeah, I'm being honest.
I'm not going to laugh that you have a medical issue. It's a medical problem. First treat it like a medical problem before you feel shamed about it. Well, it will come.
The shame comes first.
Yes.
Before you admit it to yourself that this is actually beyond me.
Yes.
This is not something I can undo with, mental clarity or mental exercises or I don't know. But it's, you have to put yourself in these men's shoes. And I'm not trying to be a pick-me. Even if I was a man and my nini was not nining, I would also have an issue I'd probably not even want to go to a female doctor. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe she'd be, more understanding than a male. And then I'm like, how does this doctor look at me, this guy with his nini that doesn't nini? It's a lot. Even when you're being called there at casualty, John, you're like, snap, these people know I've come here because Nini is not Nini. Like, it's a lot.
My even
it's not. So it's burdening. It's burdening.
Yes.
It's burdening, and I understand why they would seek for alternative measures, like just buying something off the counter or under the counter, and just a quick fix whenever, if and when needed.
Yes.
Marianne is coming over. Unakula bolgam. Anaenda na spread injili uko nje. Yolanda is coming over. Yolanda anaenda billboard, spread injili, and then you see your ego is intact. You by yourself know what issues you face by yourself when you're just singing for Nani to get up. Unaimbia Nani asimame. Na asimami.
I can't relate.
I think this conversation has run its course. We just play music. This one, my God. But what Marianne said, talk to someone. Talk to someone.
Yeah.
Talk to someone. Not Marianne, she'll laugh at you, but talk to someone.
Go for checkup. Go see a urologist. Jeez. Actually, when it gets permanent, it can also still be fixed. There's implants for it.
Really? Yeah. Look at my producer. He's like, there's crutches for that? No,
there's but implants for it.
It
can be fixed.
I can't paint the picture. I will Google, but thank you, Marianne, for that information. But you're saying there's no case that's too dire and is unresolvable.
Yes. The thing is, you just need to change your lifestyle for all these things and be stress-free. Stop overthinking that I need to take more than 30 seconds to get to. It's always just one and you're done.
Yeah. Be kind to Johnny.
Yeah, be kind to Johnny.
Be very kind to Johnny. I'm out. Stand by for the news. If I'm not here tomorrow, I got fired because of my Johnny joke. But on the other side of the clock, more jams and conversations. Yolanda Mulwa, Marianne Muganda. You can read her articles, very controversial, on the Standard. Put that woman first. Or